Hello everybody, my name is Glenn and welcome back to the Cryptonest. Today is November 19th, Tuesday. Sorry I haven't been around for the last couple days, guys. Life's been kind of crazy and, well, chasing my passions like I talked about last time, trying to get things together. And, of course, this is one of my passions. So while I was doing some of the things I was up to over the last few days, one of which happened to be going out to the air show, which I got some really cool footage you can see on the screen here, on your screen. I'm going to go ahead and play you a video here in a minute. But it was fun. We went out to the air show and got out of the car, and they herd you on a bus like cattle. And before you go in, they have to run you through a metal detector. And I walked through the metal detector, and it set it off. So I stepped back through, and it went off again. And I put down my headset and everything, walked through, went off again. The guy to step over here and he starts to wand me. And he's like wanding my hip by my back pocket. And it didn't even dawn on me at the time, but he starts wanding me. And he's like, "Do you have something in your pocket?" "It's just my wallet." And I took my wallet out, stopped going off. And then I realized, oh yeah. See, a few years back, I went to a show out here in Vegas, the Penn and Teller show, and they have these cool little, I don't know, I guess you call them souvenirs. One of which is this little card right here. It's a metal card. Don't know if you can read it, probably not. But basically, it's the Bill of Rights, and highlighted right here in red. Yeah, the Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. Yeah, I showed that to the guard that was wanding me, and he kind of smirked at me and smiled. Said, "Go on." I don't think he quite got the joke, but I bought that actually for traveling through the airports, and haven't had a chance to use it through the airports yet, but it came in handy Sunday. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this video here while I'm talking to y'all, talking to everybody and going over everything. That way we can kind of move along and you can see. This first picture I thought was really cool here. This is a replica, I guess it would be, of Orville and Wilbur Wright's plane. I'm sure you all know all about that. I find interesting that the technology of these planes and the way that technology has changed over the years, like Bitcoin and some of the things that we've been through with Bitcoin. I don't know if anybody's aware. I found it rather interesting doing some research here recently that actually the whole idea of eCash, the idea of a digital currency called eCash, was conceived back in 1983. I didn't even know. Over the years, of course, technology's changed. There was a gentleman by the name of David Shum, and I would normally have this on the screen, but I'm going to go ahead and keep the air show running here so you can see the different technology changes that we've been through here. Very interesting. So Shum published the idea of anonymous electronic money in 1983. It was an eCash software. The user's local computer stored money in a digital format. Sounds kind of familiar. Cryptographically signed by a bank. The users could spend the digital money at any shop accepting eCash. This was back in 1983. Things didn't go well. There's a whole story on it. I'm just pulling some information out of Wikipedia. And as time's gone on, I guess we could kind of look at eCash as that original Wright brothers plane. I mean, we had to get off the ground somewhere. And well, I guess that's where it all started. From there, of course, we know along the way Satoshi Nakamoto picked up the idea and came up with this Bitcoin. From there, we've had Ethereum and a plethora of other types of currencies, other types of tokens that are on the market today. Some of which will go away. Some of which, well, kind of like eCash did. some of which will stick around, maybe in different formats than what we know them today. But they're always evolving, always changing. Very similar to the flight technology. I mean, going from the Wright brothers planes. These guys here are amazing. These are the Thunderbirds, just in case anybody doesn't know. They are the crack flight squadron for the Air Force. They do all the stunt shows. They're pretty incredible. Everything in sync. Their crew in sync. This is actually like a 25-minute clip that I had to shorten down here for the sake of this video today. But if you watch the parts that I do have, you can see everybody does their part, everybody in sync. I mean, my hat's off to the military and these guys. With Veterans Day just passing here recently, and then going out to the air show, it just reminded me, once again of the all the people that we have, all the men and women we have out there that are protecting us and keeping us free, and looking out for our country, and looking out for all of us. And I really appreciate, and my hat's off to our military. And I thank you all, to all the veterans and to all of our military. Going out to this show was a very humbling reminder of just how incredible that our military powers are. Be that good or bad. Fact of the matter is the guys that are out there training day in and day out, hour after hour after hour, to do their job 100% the best of their abilities. My hat's off to them. My hat's off to all the military. So thank you all. But with cryptos, I mean, Bitcoin, it's a little bit slow, but it's dependable, it's reliable, it's been around for 10 years. Why do they still use these fighters here for their stunt shows and things like that, and not the planes that are next to them, the brand new F-35s? Sometimes, each technology finds its place, I guess you could say. And with the altcoins and things, there's going to be a lot of them that are going to find their place. There's going to be a lot of them that are going to disappear. They're going to become obsolete. They were a great idea. They worked for a while. They're not around anymore. That's going to happen. Bitcoin, however, it's been around forever. Well, no, not forever, but for 10 years. And I don't see it going anywhere. It's stable. It hasn't been hacked in 10 years. The network is only getting bigger. It's only getting better, more decentralized, stronger and more secure in that respect. Pretty awesome, in my opinion. I mean, to think that an idea like that could have gone back as far as 1983, and here we are today, going on 2020, and the idea is really taking foot. I mean, we've got, everybody's talking about Bitcoin. It's all over the place. You've got banks talking about it. Grayscale investment firm. They've just cryptocurrency asset manager Grayscale filed on Tuesday with the SEC to register its Bitcoin trust fund, the GBTC, with the regulator, looking to get more approvals, more regulation, and if approved, the trust will be the first in crypto to be an SEC reporting company. It'll also have a familiar structure to investors, which is more comfortable trading exchange-traded funds. It'll look more like what some of our investors, what the investors today are used to looking at, as opposed to buying something quite as volatile as Bitcoin itself. They'll be able to get it involved with like the exchange traded funds. Do I think it's really necessary? I don't know. I personally don't think so. The whole ETF thing, I think it's overrated. I really don't think that we need the ETFs. I think that 2017, the whole run up in 2017 was fueled in big part, I believe, by retail investors. Yeah, some bank regulation, I guess, wouldn't hurt, but the whole idea of Bitcoin was to get away. from as much control and regulation and take more control over our own finances. So, with Grayscale filing their SEC filing, I guess it helps to bring more stability to their fund. Their managing director, Michael Schonenschein, stressed that the filing should not be regarded as a move to turn GTBC into an exchange-traded fund. However, GBTC under the SEC oversight will have a familiar structure to investors because they're modeled after popular investment products, per the statement. The registered GBTC will disclose more information to investors and have better access to liquidity. If you guys hear some clicking around in the background, I do apologize for that. That's my dog back there. He's my buddy. He can't help himself. He doesn't know any better. But he got them big old feet. But anyway, the Thunderbirds here, as you can see on the screen, they do this day in, day out, year after year after year, day after day, hour after hour, to become the best at what they do. And Bitcoin's been working at it for 10 years to at least be a stable. There's the Lightning Network, which is looking to make Bitcoin faster. Of course, we have the whole store of value that people have been using it for. I've showed you some articles here in the recent past where they're saying it's better than gold. Of course, that's all a matter of opinion, depends on who you ask. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But some of the articles that I've showed you have suggested that, it's harder to counterfeit Bitcoin than it is gold. And gold is something, that's been around for a long time. Stocks and Bitcoins, there's been a lot of correlation, a lot of people talking about correlations back and forth, a lot of numerous studies showing Bitcoin being an uncorrelated asset. But if we zoom out and we really take a look, they do seem to follow similar trends. I'm not going to get into that too much today. I do have actually a video from one of my friends and another YouTuber, Crypto Zombie, K-Dub. He did a really, really nice layout and describing that whole scenario. So I'm going to, I spoke with him and he gave me his permission to go ahead and reference his clip. So I'm going to put a video together and I'll be referencing to that in the near future. I think you guys will really like that. Hopefully one day in the near future, I'll be able to get an interview with him too. So let's see. Kind of lost, I don't want to say lost my train of thought, but sitting here watching these guys in these planes, it's kind of mesmerizing here for a moment. So I do apologize. This video actually took me quite a few hours, believe it or not, trying to find the best little clips, the best little pieces to use to put this together for you. I don't know if I hope everybody enjoys it. I know it was a good time for me. And you know what, this is my channel, although I do intend on trying to bring quality entertainment that you guys will enjoy. This is my channel, so enjoy, please. I don't really know what else to say. It's been a challenging few days. My trucking company, as everybody knows, has been a little bit stressed. I've had some work here the last few days, which has been good, but it also gets in the way of being able to spend the time doing the editing that I want to do and creating the videos that I want to spend with you guys. But I will find a way around that. I will work around that, and I will be sure to continue to bring you all content. I do apologize for the delays. I realize that every day that I'm not out there, bringing the information to you, it may be holding somebody back from getting the information they need, and for that I do apologize. This clip right here actually is very, very interesting. This lady, her name is Julie Clark. She's got 45, 50 years of flying experience. This is the very last flight in an air show that she's going to do. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the volume here and see if you can hear what the gentleman says about her. Let's see. I hope you can hear that. I don't know. But she came out, she did her routine there. To end the show. And to culminate a 45 or 50-year career like that, in some ways, I don't know. Kind of understand. I've been driving truck for 30 years, and I'm looking to do some different things now. Life throws things at you. You have to make some changes. We get older, life goes on. The truck's done its purpose. It served its purpose. It helped me get through to where I am today. And I'm looking to move on to the next chapter. The scary part is, especially at my age, is not knowing where that next chapter exactly is going to be. So I've got a few ideas I'm working on. And again, I do apologize if I missed a few days here, but I had to take some of that time to look out for me so I can continue to be here and do these videos for you too, you know? So to anyone out there who's been in a similar situation or understands, or just don't give up, okay? I'm not going to. I'll figure my way through this one way or another. Make a plan and go for it. That's all we can do. This lady right here, she did a beautiful show. I'm sure it's something that she'll remember for the rest of her life. I know I will. And all those people there have been touched by it. It's a pretty incredible show that she put on there. Pretty incredible way to end a career. Of course, as I put my trucking career to rest, it's not going to be quite as glorious, but it's okay. I don't need the glory. I look forward to the next chapter, which is going to be even better. Moving on to doing something with crypto. Moving on to do something with my drone. Listen to this. So, my hat's off to Julie. After all those years putting that and entertaining people, and to put it to rest in such a way, it was really it was quite an honor to be there and see that, actually. So to Julie Clark, my hat's off to you. She actually does a scene here in just a moment where she rolls by. She comes riding in with her flag, holding her flag. It's pretty cool. But anyway, I'm going to be wrapping this up here pretty quick. That way I can finish up some other things that I needed to do tonight and get ready to do another video tomorrow. I do have work tomorrow, so it will be probably another video later on in the afternoon or evening, as I will be working in the morning. But I do look forward to doing another video for you tomorrow. I've got a few things in mind. Like I said, I want to share with you that video or that clip from K-Dub. I think you all will enjoy that. It's the information, the way he laid it out, it's pretty awesome. I was pretty impressed. It's interesting. I took this shot here with my camera, not my camera, but with my phone, and you can see the propeller in this shot looks like it's going really slow. It's spinning full speed. That's just the magic of photography, I guess you will, and the way the lens takes the what's the word I'm looking for? The aperture, I guess, within inside the lens takes the shot. It doesn't. You just see it looking like it's in slow motion. Really cool. But in reality, right here she does actually shut the engine off as she hops out and rides by, an end to a 50-year career. So that's pretty much it for the air show, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I know it was a good time for me. There was so many more clips that I could have put in here. Uh, our military did such a good job of putting on this show. They did a scene where they were doing like a combat scene, explosions and simulated bombing runs and things of this nature. It was pretty awesome. So thank you to all you veterans. Thank you to our military. Uh, Thank you to everybody out there at Nellis Air Force Base for putting on that awesome show for us like they do every year. That was a pretty fun day. And thank you all for being here with me tonight. Remember, guys, don't give up, okay? We can all make it one at a time. We'll all get there, and we can do it together. I will be doing my weekly meetups again. As I said, things have been kind of busy, but I think I have tied down now. Finally, I do believe I've got a venue to use. I'm going to verify and get a final confirmation on that. And hopefully starting next week, we can start doing weekly meetups. Of course, next week, I don't want it to interfere with the holidays. So, but I will be letting you all know. And thank you all so much for coming. And I will see you tomorrow. Night now.